Seaspan Shipyards conducts refit and repair of marine-based vessels, so as such, we do have some environmental impacts, and we are recognizing those and managing the risk in an effective manner. ISO 14001 allows Seaspan Shipyards to effectively manage our risk in an environmental fashion. It allows us to bid on works that we would no longer be as competitive on, and it gives us tools to promote environmental stewardship. The Seaspan Shipyard's definition of a spill is the inadvertent release of hazardous or potentially hazardous material to the land, marine, or deck of a vessel. All spills must be reported. By capturing all spills, we're able to track trends, we're able to assess the weaknesses in our business, we're able to identify the minor incidents which will lead to major incidents. We've adopted an environmental KPI, a key performance indicator, that tracks the number of spills versus man-hours worked. The ultimate goal is 0 spills. We're putting management controls in place in order to reduce that number. Each business unit has a respective spill contingency plan, and we've got dedicated spill responders that are trained in both land and marine-based response and specific training with our equipment, which consists of a Zodiac and 2 large marine booms, which can be used for containment purposes. Seaspan Shipyards, labeling is based on the WHMIS standard. We ask for hazardous materials to be labeled with job number, contact name, material identification, safety precautions, and the date the hazardous material was stored. Pre-job setup is very important when it comes to storing hazardous materials. Protection from the weather, being stored away from drains, being stored away from the water. You store hazardous materials on top of secondary containment. It's something for the hazardous materials to fall into in case something's punctured or something's overflowed. We also use witch hats, which are stormwater catchment basin inserts. We use these to capture things like sediment, water runoff, things of that nature. POWSA cards are point of work safety assessment cards. They should be used when considering risk for your job-to-job, day-to-day activities. Things like, where's my closest spill kit? And where can I find a secondary containment pallet? Should all be considered when filling out a POWSA card. The fuel compound is currently located atop the south jetty. This is a high hazard area. We've decided to move the fuel compound up into a north, drier area away from the ocean environment. All hazardous materials in the fuel compound will be enclosed in secondary containment. All the waste is sent to a waste management handling area. There we've got dedicated laborers who segregate all of our waste based on classification, and then we're sending it out to various disposal contractors. This is also a centralized hub where a lot of environmental control equipment can be found. The satellite recycling stations were a tool that we used to promote recycling around the yard. Green Marine is a voluntary environmental program which allows us to publicly disclose our environmental initiatives that are above and beyond regulatory compliance. We've used Green Marine to adopt the preventative maintenance schedule. This was a weakness in the business. Green Marine helped us to allow this to now become a strength, and now we've reduced our environmental risk when it comes to mobile equipment spills. Obviously, recycling is really important for everyone, but as a business, we want to decrease our environmental footprint and improve our environmental stewardship, because it qualifies us to do federal work. It allows us to bid on works that we would no longer be as competitive on. The company asks you to consider using the environmental initiatives that we've provided for you. Please consider the company's goals for the betterment of the environment. You are a part of this.